What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and the Rams have officially waived DeSean Jackson. So, with that being said, should the Colts go after DeSean Jackson? Now, before I give you my opinion on whether they should or not, let's look at the stats for DeSean Jackson. Now, I do want to focus on his last 5 years because obviously, early on, absolutely dominant. But I want to focus on the last 5 years. Did he continue to be as dominant as he was? Those last those early years coming into these last 5 years. So let's start with it. So in 2017, he had 50 catches on 91 targets, 668 yards catching. He had 13.4 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns. In 2018, 41 catches out of 74 targets, 774 yards catching, 18.9 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns in that year. 2019, 3 games only, didn't play much, and this is where the injuries really start to hit. So he played 3 games, had 9 catches out of 10 targets, 159 yards catching, which is 17.7 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. 2020, he had 5 games that he's played in, 14 catches out of 26 targets, 236 yards catching, 16.9 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. And this year, he's played in 7 games, the healthiest he's been so far. 8 catches out of 15 targets, 221 yards, 27.6 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. So with that being said, would I bring in DeSean Jackson? Now, I want to say first off, I totally understand why people want to bring him in. He's still productive. He's a deep threat option, and he has that familiarity with Carson Wentz. Like, he knows Carson, he's played with Carson, and he's done well with Carson. So I get it in that sense. But guys, the man is 34 years old. The man has had injury problems very recently. He played prior to this year 8 games, the 2 previous years combined. I don't know if I want that from a receiver, especially when Paris Campbell is having issues staying healthy and TY is having issues staying healthy this year. I would rather bring in somebody who doesn't have as many injury issues as DeSean Jackson. And look, if DeSean Jackson was 30 years old, I probably would do it because he's 30. So he would probably play another few years for us. Sure. But if we're going to get another receiver before the season ends, I want to bring in somebody who is going to be here for multiple years. And to me, I don't know if DeSean Jackson is going to play after this year. He's 34. He might call it a day and be done with it. And that's fine. He's played for a long time. I don't see him playing more than 2 years if we're going to include this year. Like, next year would be his last year, if I had to guess, at the latest. If it's not this year, it's going to be next year. That's how I see it. So for me personally, I wouldn't bring in DeSean Jackson. Very productive, yes, but has a lot of injuries, and we don't need that. I would rather bring in a receiver that is not going to have as many injuries. And honestly, at this point, just use the guys you have on your team. We still have Desmond Patman. He hasn't played yet. He's going to play eventually. I mean, we have Michael Strawn if we're going to use him. You know what I mean? And maybe we will. He might play Thursday. I don't know. But we have other guys on the team right now. Let's just ride the season out with those guys and draft a receiver in the draft. If we really want to go after another receiver, either free agency or get one in the draft next year. But for me personally, I just don't think it's a smart idea to bring in a receiver who is 34 years old and has injury issues. I don't think that's smart at all. So that's how I view this whole situation. Would Chris Ballard do it, though? The only way I see Chris Ballard doing it is if he feels like this team has the opportunity to go on a big run. I don't know if he feels that way at this moment. So that's the only way I see him bringing in DeSean Jackson is hey, I think we can really do something special this year. Let's bring him in, have him on this team, and then we'll be even better offensively. I don't know if he feels that way. So that's the only way I see him bringing him in. I don't think he would be opposed to it. It's just with the injury issue and with him being as old as he is, that I think is really holding Chris Ballard back from making an offer. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below your thoughts on DeSean Jackson and if you would bring him in. If you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever a video goes up or whenever we go live. If you like this video, smack that like button. And again, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on DeSean Jackson and if you would bring him in or not. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.